I do have a very cinnamon roll, emotionally intelligent husband. I got him searched by TSA, and I didn't tell him until we were engaged. I waited. We have both been flown to Ohio for this conference. My now husband boards, and he's completely disheveled. Okay, he's holding his shoes, his belt's undone, his shirt's untucked, his hair is tousled, and he's holding this messenger bag. And he stops in our row and kind of leans and goes, "You guys will not believe what happened."
Welcome back to House of Maher, a Wave original. Help yourself to whatever is in the fridge. The Wi-Fi password is geode_cake, all caps. My favorite Christmas song is Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas by Sinatra. I feel like it sets the mood of Christmas.
It does. You hear those opening lines, you're like, oh, I'm covered, I'm cozy. And I'm Olivia, the oldest daughter, and my favorite Christmas pop song is going to be a tie between Santa Tell Me by Ariana Grande or Mistletoe by Justin Bieber.
By the Biebs?
By the Biebs.
I'm Adriana, and my favorite Christmas song is I'll Be Home for Christmas, and I prefer Julia Nunes' cover. Ooh. I would like to give an honorable mention. I think all of us would agree. Mary Did You Know?
Mary Did You Know by Clay Aiken?
It's not his, I don't think.
But he sings it.
We like his cover. Because there's so many covers of different... We love Clay Aiken's version of that.
That song by him, you can hear ringing around the halls of our house.
Yep.
Not that we have long, luxurious hallways in our house, particularly.
Those carpeted floors.
Those carpeted floors. That song is absorbed by all the carpet and fabric in curtains in our house.
And in our house, we have a few house rules.
Reindeer are magic.
Cider is hot. Sometimes.
And so are you. Make sure to subscribe to us on YouTube and hit that like and subscribe button like you do, because we've said it, but our set's looking really nice.
We're looking really nice. Feel free to drop a comment on what you think we all look the best in.
I look like a sexy hot librarian.
You are getting sexy hot librarian.
These glasses, Noni, I keep calling them your Superman glasses.
Okay.
Superwoman.
I love them. Oh, who is that?
Who is that? Oh my gosh, Olympian rugby player Lona Mar.
Thank you.
Adriana's almost showing a scandalous amount of ankle.
Yes.
Stop it. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry.
I was wondering when I was going to get those shoes back, dog.
You left them in her house.
You know why I left them? Somebody kept wearing them.
Mm-hmm. They were right by the front door.
Okay, fine. I'll take them back.
No, because I'm bringing them. No.
Yeah, watch your tone. I'll take them back.
Please, can I have them?
You can't have them, but you may continue to watch them. I haven't seen them off your feet since you found out they fit.
Can I pack these? I was like, you can't ask me. Those aren't mine. You gotta ask Ilona, and she loves them. Sorry.
We love them.
Guys, really quick, I think it's important to mention something here. We saw Zootopia 2.
Yeah, a great film.
Great film. And it was a great film. Were you at all nervous?
Of course, as there can be, because there's been some seconds where sequels where it's just the same movie, different. Like Moana 2 was very much so the same.
Yeah.
Well, the first one in a slightly different format. This one I thought had a different sort of story. I mean, still buddy cop and whatnot, but I thought it was great. The world building is so fun. Mm-hmm. I just think it's such a fun animated movie. I can't wait to show my kids that.
I was laughing out loud at multiple points.
Dude, it was good. They've got good callbacks. Because it's also in the Disney universe, they can speak about so many other things. Like it was so well done.
They also had a lot of references to other films. I think there was 2 Shining references that we both kind of picked up on. I was entertained from the moment it started.
Great film. There was a point where I was like, how are they getting out of this? How are these? I've got so much faith in Judy Hopps, but this feels tough.
Adriana tried to caption her Instagram post about, because we went to a private screening at Disney Animation Studios, which was very cool.
Because someone put up a stink.
Because someone made it a story about not seeing it at the premiere, which actually works. Good.
And it works.
Be
Make
passionate
a stink.
and loud about what you feel strongly
what you
towards.
love.
And Adriana tried to make a post about it last night, and she tried to caption it, Sly Fox Dumb Bunny, and Instagram wouldn't let her. They were like...
It was similar captions have been reported
for harassment or internet bullying.
What?
Sly Fox Dumb Bunny. So that's why she did flash 100-yard dash.
Interesting. Who's ruining that?
Who's taking that joy away from people?
Do you think they should have called it Zootopia for the second movie?
No, that doesn't make any sense.
Wow.
I wonder if it's going to be Zootropolis, because some places it's Zootropolis.
In England.
And then sometimes on Disney Plus, it shows up for me as Zootropolis as
It
well.
used
does.
to. It like we
No, now it
still
does
does. We
too.
just watched
We
it.
just watched it.
What?
It showed up as
Zootropolis.
Zootropolis.
What's going on there?
I don't know.
Maybe the third one will be called Zootripolis.
Enough.
That
out
was
of
not
you.
even a good
Enough
joke.
out of you.
Gonna move on.
Speaking of Zootopia, this reminds me of Now You See Me, Now You Don't. Because they actually just saw an interview because they're now just made the third one. But the second one, everyone was like, why didn't you call it Now You See Me, Now You Don't? Turns out like the marketing was like, you can't put don't in the title.
Why?
Just how it's like negative. And so they were finally able to do it for the third one. But I'm just like, you could have come up with something even cleverer for the third because you missed that opportunity.
I'm excited for that one too. Those movies excite me.
Yeah. Do you ever
Sleight of hand?
have you ever done magic? Like, have you ever practiced? That feels like something you would have dabbled in.
I've dated a magician.
You
date a
did.
magician.
You dirty dog.
You really did.
He had a lot of tricks up his sleeve.
Yeah. Hey. Hey.
No, it was
How was
cool.
that?
Actually, sometimes he would show me stuff, and I was like, "That was actually a pretty cool trick."
Like
How
card
did it end
tricks?
up in my back pocket? And the card was there. Maybe it was just a reason to touch my butt, but it worked.
There we go.
It impressed me.
Was he just like card tricks, or were there
I
doves
think he was
coming
mostly
out of
card tricks, and he would like use them, and he would like show them to kids as well, like as a fun way to do things, and some impressive stuff. I'm still confused how it works.
I am too.
I can't even shuffle a deck. I'm very bad at that.
I can. What if I was secretly a magician this whole time?
Oh my God.
What would my specialty be? Nope, don't tell me. Let's move on. It's easy to get wrapped up in holiday stress, so this is your reminder to stay off the naughty list and touch some grass, or should I say, touch mistletoe?
You've got so many zingers
Yeah,
today.
that aren't. Yeah.
Wow.
Zingers that aren't zinging today.
Zingers
team.
that aren't, yeah. Oof.
That's my cross to bear. Thank you to Perplexity for sponsoring this segment. Perplexity, you're on the nice list. Going to the holidays, we've been spending a lot of time together, as most families do for the holidays. You're all back under one roof together, siblings, cousins, family, for however amounts of time as you celebrate in whatever way you celebrate. Us, on the other hand, though, we've been under one roof for a couple weeks now, right? Living together while Alona gets a bit more established in Los Angeles, looking for a place for her. We're here recording this in Los Angeles. So Adriana's been in town from New York City. How has this been, you guys? Alona is now finally in her own place, but it's been the three of us under one roof. How was this experience for you at my house?
If I'm going to be honest, I loved it because it was just a really fun time. Like, yes, there were some annoyances of like, sleeping on a bed would be nice, actually.
Oh, yeah. She was on my couch.
Or just like a little bit more alone time. But I think in general, like I talked to you guys about this, I was like, this is such a special and unique time. Like, we don't know when we're going to be able to like ever do this again or if we will, and just like cherishing it. And also we're luckily work well together.
But we had a bit of a new girl Nick and Schmidt situation on our hands, because as Alona was essentially moving out, because we were moving her into her new place, a bunch of suitcases and stuff, I have a razor blade like handle with an actual razor on it that I shave my legs and my pits and everything with, that is on like my like soap shelf in my shower that I've had for I think over a year now. Has stayed right there, and the day Alona moves out, that is gone.
I bet that started as mine though.
No, dog.
You think you went to the store and you bought that?
I got that from your secret shoot. I got gifted that.
Okay, so it was tied to me though.
It was, but yours has been in your drawer at my house. They each have drawers at my house, so yours has been in there this whole time.
Well, I've been using that one, so.
So I'm literally in the shower the day she moves out. I'm like, and I go to come. I'm like, what the hell? Like, that was here before she got here, so why is it gone now? So she took that, and I made a wanted poster or a missing poster for it to be a pain in the ass, because the two of them were at dinner, and I sent it along. Blur my phone number.
She put a real phone number on it.
Well,
Like,
because
we
it
don't
was
have
going
it.
to these two. So if they could let me know any information about where this razor blade might have gone, that would be really helpful. And Adriana said, Alona believes there's a real Nick and Schmidt situation going on here, which is a reference to in New Girl, Nick has been using Schmidt's towel and Schmidt Nick's towel because they each think it's their own towel. So they've been using the same towel to dry their body. And Nick doesn't famously wash his towels because it washes him, So we believe that that's been happening. We've both been using that razor this whole time, and she took it as her own. But there I am, naked and afraid, in the shower, missing my razor. And I'm like, I know this bitch took my razor thinking it's her. So dripping wet, I'm rummaging through her drawer of shit in my house and I find her handle and
Did you pop a new one on there?
Yeah, popped up. What was I supposed to do, dog?
Or it was the new one from my collection?
No, it's my collection of actual blades. Cool. Please. I buy the really nice, luxurious ones. Also, mind you, it's because I was going on a date. So there I am, naked, afraid, going on a date, hairy as all hell. No razor in sight. We made it through.
Right. And then I had to follow up with, because you have a second razor?
Yeah.
And I have the same one, and I was like, please tell me yours is the one on the top shelf and mine's on the bottom shelf,
like,
because
I feel like this is a really great time to tell you mine is the one down there.
Don't touch it.
So wait, we'd be down to, we share razors sometimes. One thing I could never get down with is sharing toothbrushes.
No. People are doing this?
It's never been on my radar.
Yes, some people share. I remember seeing one reality star who would like, whenever she had her boyfriend's place, she just always used her boyfriend's toothbrush.
I can't imagine using a man's toothbrush.
Yikes.
I don't even like sharing the same bottle of mouthwash.
Yeah. Well, that's a bit drastic, I think.
Well, if people like put their lips right on it.
Right.
You've seen how
gross.
Mom uses the Listerine. She just takes a shot right out of it. They're not measuring out of it.
That's no alcohol in there, right?
Her home.
What's so funny though is like, considering it's just kissing,
right.
The amount of like spit swapping you do kissing, like I guess it's the same with toothbrushing.
But you're doing spit swapping. You're not doing the grime between your teeth after eating swapping.
Picking up all of the bacteria and the plaque.
Also, can we confirm or deny if you kiss someone that has a cavity, it can give you a cavity? Perplexity? I heard this once and I need to know.
And speaking of kissing and the holidays, not that I've ever done it, why is it like mistletoe? Why do we kiss in a mistletoe? I gotta start. That's so cute.
I think it's cute.
I think it's cute too. Why has it never happened? Why is it never around me? Hopefully around someone that I would find attractive.
But what is even the origin of it?
What's the origin of this?
Perplexity. What's the origin of that?
The tradition of kissing under mistletoe originated in 18th century England, connecting older symbols of fertility and love with a playful holiday ritual that quickly spread through British and American culture.
Are they fertile under the mistletoe?
Yeah, I feel like this is just like, we got to get the population up. Let's put some mistletoe up.
The first documented reference to kissing under the mistletoe dates to 1784 in an English poem, when it was reported that women should wait to be kissed beneath the plant at a holiday gathering. By the Victorian era, the kissing bush, hold on, this is good, or mistletoe bow became popular in homes with each white berry representing a single allowed kiss, a tradition described by Washington Irving in the early 1800s.
Kissing bush, eh?
There's a joke to be made there. Olivia, go. You maybe hit one. Let's see if she can hit one.
It's
Dance monkey.
Kissing bush.
I got a bush. So I'm like, you got it. You're on it. I got a bush.
Kiss it on my bush.
Till I missile on his toe. I don't know. Till he toe my missile. What?
Till he wet your whistle.
Till he wets my I got a bush you could kiss. Anyway, that's it. That's as
or
simple
I got
as
a bush you could kiss under, you know?
Oh. That's freaky. You got another one.
No, that's it.
Thank you, Perplexity.
Today is special because our friends over at Death Wish Coffee are sponsoring the episode, as well as a little round of a game we like to call Scrum, Marry, Kill.
It's December, so let's go seasonal activities. Scrum, Marry, Kill, Love Actually, The Grinch, and Elf. Alona, who are you going with?
Kill the Grinch.
With a gun.
Scrum, Love Actually, and I'll marry the elf.
Kill the Grinch. I would scrum Elf, marry Love Actually.
I'm going to kill Love Actually. I'm going to marry the Grinch, and we will.
You're going to marry the Grinch.
The Jim Carrey version?
The Jim Carrey version.
Anyway, Death Wish coffee has bold, smooth, delicious taste, and it's rooted in strength. Plus, it's made with real milk and real cane sugar. That's why it's our go-to latte.
Perfect for the holiday season.
You can find Death Wish coffee in all major retailers, at Amazon and online at deathwishcoffee.com. Just look for the skull and crossbones.
Tackle your day with 25% off your first order at deathwishcoffee.com with code House of Maher. Does anyone else feel like this year absolutely flew by?
I can't believe it's the holidays, but I'm also really glad.
Yeah, I definitely know, and I'm getting you both. Definitely. I figured that out.
Right, totally. It's okay. I think I know a way to help you get some inspo. Perplexity is an AI-powered answer engine that searches the internet in real time to give you fast, high-quality answers with sources. No chatbots here. Say you're curious about the best Christmas gift ideas for women who love to read. You can ask Perplexity and it will give you a detailed answer in seconds, complete with links to the latest sources so you can easily verify information or dive deeper.
Perplexity says, cozy throws or herringbone blankets are ideal for curling up with a book. Bookmarks, book pillows, and adjustable book stands also make reading more comfortable. You know what? I could use a book pillow.
Mama's going shopping.
Perplexity. Ask Perplexity anything at pplx.ai/house-of-Maher.
Check out their new AI-powered web browser Comet at www.perplexity.ai/comment.
Discover fast and reliable search with Perplexity today.
Did you guys hear that?
What was that?
I think it's the doorbell. We have company.
It would be crazy to do an episode about romance without an actual #1 New York Times bestselling romance author. Our fourth Maher sister today is a certified Renaissance woman who is as skilled with a frosting tip as she is with a friends to lovers trope. She owns 3 bakeries and her books have sold over 1.5 million copies worldwide. She has a knack for writing stories that make you laugh right before they make you cry. Her latest, Say You'll Remember Me, shot straight to #1. And she's here to talk about writing romance that feels as real and satisfying as the perfect cupcake. Let's give a warm welcome to Abby Jimenez. Woo! Hello!
Welcome! How are you?
Good. I wish I was where you guys are. It looks so cozy and Christmassy. I'm in Minnesota. Where are you? Is it warm where you guys are?
Yeah, we're in LA. It's quite nice.
Man.
But we're faking it here. Cozy and holiday. It's probably more holiday where you are, right? Is it getting cold out?
I mean, I guess the weather, yes, but my house, no. I've got to get on that.
Is there a favorite holiday song or album you always put on this time of year? Like, what are you and your girls listening to as you decorate?
Oh, man. We just kind of shuffle like the top 10 that always replay and have a bunch of different covers by different artists. But I really like George Michael's this time of year. Like, I worked a lot of retail. And that was one, Last Christmas was one song that I never got tired of.
You love that song, Jay. Were you just talking about that?
Yeah, I do. And I worked retail and we would have to start listening to Christmas music in November. But luckily we had control of like the music. It just had to be Christmas themed. That was the only rule. So we would find all of like the indie covers and just like we had fun with it. So it wasn't like mind numbing by the end of it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. All right. Well, it is what we like to call, Abby, tea time. So we're going to dive right into the part of the show where we get to goss with our guest, which is you. And so today we're going to get ready for holiday break. And you're the expert. So what are some absolute must ingredients for a great romance?
Oh, gosh. I mean, tension, yearning. For me, I really like a cinnamon roll hero. That's my preference, especially for the holidays. I feel like I don't want to be, I don't know. I really do love like alpha whole romances, but not at Christmas time. Like I want a sweet golden retriever hero at this time of year.
What are some of the characteristics or like what defines a cinnamon roll hero?
Oh man, thoughtful, sweet, emotionally intelligent, non-problematic, considerate. If he bakes, that's a plus. I love a man in a flannel. I love a bearded man in a flannel.
You do love that. I've read some of your books. Now I see it.
Now, you not alcohol, but if there's a cinnamon roll character, can we still have a bit of a grumpy for more of a grumpy sunshine, grumpy cinnamon roll? Or what are your thoughts there around the holidays?
I do love a grumpy man for some reason. Yeah, I like them when they're grumpy, but only when they soften with her, you know what I mean? Like they have to soften at some point. They can't be grumpy the entire time. They have to get soft at some point.
Of course. Ugh, and she's there to melt him.
Do you have an all-time favorite romantic scene from a book or movie or also one of your own books?
Oh gosh. Well, I do have a favorite scene in one of my books, which is I don't want to give any spoilers, but the baby raccoons scene in Just for the Summer is one of my all-time favorite scenes ever, mostly because it was narrated so beautifully, and it's hilarious. It makes me laugh. Gosh, I don't know. I have so many favorite romance scenes in books. I love anything that gives me the female gaze. You know what I mean? I think like for me, that's sort of where my sweet spot is when an author gives us a really good female gaze scene, you know, where there's yearning and he's, you know, the eye contact and the pining. And that's what I like.
So where does the Mr. Darcy hand flex rank for you then? Is that under that?
Oh my gosh, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10.
Do you choose your narrator? So I like listening to books, and it's so interesting to me how much impact a voice can have, and it really can, you know, sell the character. I think I've even stopped reading like some books, not yours, of course, but other people's books when I just don't like how it's voiced. Do you have a hand in that in choosing who you want to voice your characters?
Yes, I am extremely involved. Not all authors are, but I'm extremely involved in my audiobooks because that is how I listen. That's how I read most of my books is audiobook. So I handpick my narrators. I audition all my narrators. I get the first chapter because I usually do two. I have a female and I always do dual POVs. I get the first narrated chapter when they start narrating the book just to make sure they've got the tone right. You know, that I'm liking how they're doing it so that I can give feedback. Yeah, I'm very, very active. I love a good narrated book. And I will stop reading if it's not well narrated as well, because I just can't.
That makes a lot of sense to hear how much care and attention to detail you put into that, because when you finish a book, you read it out loud yourself to your sister-in-law?
Yes, I do. Because you hear so many things when you read it out loud versus like reading it with your eyeballs. It helps me pick up on pacing. It helps me pick up on echoes. That's a big one. It tells me if, you know, there's dialogue that's clunky or awkward and needs to be redone. So yeah, as part of like my final process with my book is I will call my sister-in-law, Bessie. And for 8 to 12 hours, I will read my book to her over the phone. And we do this every single book. And it really does help.
Does she reread the book after it's published and finalized?
She does, yeah.
Does she pick up on like what's changed?
She says that she cannot read my books via audiobook because she prefers me reading it, which is funny because I am a terrible narrator. I should never do this professionally ever. People ask me sometimes, why don't you narrate your book? I'm like, I don't think you understand. These people are actors. Like they went to acting school to do this. Like I can't. Yes, I cannot. No, you don't want that. Trust me. The people think they want it. They don't want it. But for her, she prefers hearing it narrated by me.
When I think of writers, you know, in the movies, the writers go to their writer's cottage and that's what they're doing for those weeks. They're focused on their book. For you, you write many books. You also have another job. So what is writing like for you? Is it almost like, do you sit down, okay, today I'm writing, or is it you have an hour here, it's kind of continuously just adding to the story? How does it work?
It used to be a lot more organic for me, like where I would, you know, just go on a walk and I would write on my phone while I'm on a walk, or, you know, I would take an hour here, take an hour there. But these days, with how much I have going on, I really do have to be strategic about when I sit down and write. And I actually have to try and exit myself from my house and go somewhere different because my house is very loud. I have a very vocal hunting dog, and I have a musician daughter who plays the accordion and the piano and the harp, and we're in a pretty small house right now. It's very loud here. So lately I try and, you know, actually carve out time where I will go to the lake house and I'll, you know, write for the day and then come back, and it's a little bit more structured. And it's better when I do it that way. I don't have to fix things, you know, because my brain is distracted. Yeah. But I really do need a space. And I've written all of these books. I've written all of these bestsellers, and I don't have an office and I don't have a desk.
Where are you sitting right now? What do you mean?
I'm sitting in a corner in my living room. This is not an office. I can see my dining. I can see my pretty much my whole house from here.
Right.
Yeah. So I actually told my husband, you know, like a year or two ago, I was like, who does this? Like this is a full-time, this is a career, and I don't even have a place to sit and close a door and put my laptop on a desk and write. I'm sitting in my living room in like the international airport that is my house. And so we're actually doing a remodel on my home so that I can have an office. That is what we're doing right now. So
I feel like you deserved that years ago, but I'm happy it's happening now.
Yeah. I finally put my foot down. I was like, this is ridiculous. Who does this?
Yeah.
I wish somebody would kidnap me and put me in a cabin with like no Wi-Fi and just drop off food 3 times a day. I would get so much done.
You get so much done. We've been talking about that. We're trying to be better about our phones. We're like, please, there's so much we could do creatively if it weren't for our phones. We got to lock those things up. Maybe someone can lock us in a lake house. I'm down. You guys want to go? Can we come to your lake house, actually?
Yes, it's great. It's got a lot of rooms.
Speaking of romance, you're an amazing romance writer. Your husband, how did you meet him? And does he help craft these stories? Does he do those little romance things for you? Because I feel like you have to be thinking of a lot of romantic situations in life. Is that from imagination? Is that also reality?
I do have a very cinnamon roll, emotionally intelligent husband. He comes with me. He is literally like the wind beneath my wings. If anybody who's ever come to see me at any book event, my husband is there, taking all the photos of me. Actually, this man has probably taken like 1 million photos of me. I'm not even kidding. And I met him back in 2022, January of 2022. No, I'm sorry, January of 2002. Sorry, this is my 45-year-old brain. No, we've been together for a long time. And I got him searched by TSA at the airport. It was like this. I'm not even kidding. It was like this total rom-com meet cute. We both worked for a women's clothing store. And it was right after September 11th. And we had been flown. We both lived in California, but I had never met him. And he worked in a different district and everything. And we had both been flown to Ohio for this conference. And I was introduced to him briefly at this conference. I thought he was cute, but just sort of forgot about him. And then when we were flying back home, it was right after September 11th, there was this huge security line. And he was ahead of me in the line by like 15 people or something. And he dropped a soda. And the soda like exploded everywhere. So I noticed him again. And then when he got to the front, they like pulled him aside. This was back when they had like the clear boxes. They didn't have like the rule that you can't wear a belt and shoes and stuff going through security. Well, they pulled him out and they searched him. So I noticed him again. And then when we were waiting at the gate to board, I was sitting with a mutual friend of ours, and a man came up to my friend, I didn't know this guy, and said, hey, they're boarding my row and they're being really strict about carry-ons. And so-and-so gave me his messenger bag to hold, and they won't let me board my row because I have an extra bag. Can you just hold it? Because the guy went to the food court to get a burrito, and I can't board with this extra bag. So we took this bag, and I just assumed that my friend knew who owned this bag. But I guess he didn't. So then they started boarding our row, and now we had an extra bag. So we went up to security, and we were like, so we have this bag that someone gave us.
Not post 9/11 too. This is
right after 9/11, literally the January after 9/11.
I'm anxious.
And I know. And we were like, so we have this bag and we don't know whose bag this is. And we can't get on because we have an extra bag. They were like, wait, you didn't pack this bag? And we're like, no. And they're like, you don't know whose bag it belongs to? We're like, no. So they called security and they confiscated this bag. And, my friend and I got on the plane, and we're sitting in our row. And then 20 minutes later, my now husband boards, and he's got the bag, and he's completely disheveled. Okay. He's holding his shoes, his belt's undone, his shirt's untucked, his hair is tousled, and he's holding this messenger bag. And he stops in our row and like kind of leans in, on the seat in front of us and goes, you guys will not believe what happened. I gave my bag to Alex, and Alex gave my bag to some stranger, and they gave it to security. He's like, I got searched. He's like, I got interrogated. And my friend and I were like, oh my God, don't tell him. Like we were like elbowing each other in the seat. And then my husband ended up sitting in the row behind us, and the plane was very empty because everybody was still afraid to fly. So it was like this hugely empty plane, me and my friend, and then my husband all by himself in a row behind us. And he ended up leaning over the seat and talking to me. And I said, why don't you just come sit next to us? So he came and sat next to us, and we talked the whole way home. And that's how I met my husband.
That's beautiful.
That is crazy. I love that.
Yeah, I got him searched by TSA. And I didn't tell him until we were engaged. I waited.
What was his reaction when you did tell him? Did he ever have an inkling, or was?
No, he was like, are you serious? And I'm like, unfortunately, I am. Yes.
I unfortunately am dead serious.
Yeah.
So now, when you notice romance in your everyday life, are you taking notes? Are you saving that for future stories? Are you, when you notice in other people or in your own relationship, how does that work for you?
I definitely do draw from real life. People ask me, people think that the type of men that I write are fictional, and I know they're not fictional because I have one. You know what I mean? Yeah. Just a lot of the thoughtful things that my husband does in our marriage and just in his life in general, I definitely infuse into my heroes. There's little things like my husband will never be the first person to serve himself food. anywhere. He will always serve himself last because he wants to make sure that everybody else at the party, whether it's our party or not, has eaten and has had enough to eat before he will serve his own food. You know, just like little things that I feel like can't really be taught. They're just like innately, you know, considerate. That's very much him. So it's not hard for me to imagine these men, you know, and create these situations with these men because I live it. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of really popular romance authors do. You know, I know that Rebecca Yarros is in a really beautiful marriage. You know, there's so many of these authors that just like it's easy for them to create these characters because they see it. They're in a very healthy marriage themselves.
I've read your books, and a lot of them are fade to black too. So it's interesting to me because I read all sorts of books. But why you made that choice to do more fade to black, and then also what's, you know, romance versus intimacy, and how are they different, and how can you? Because I think there are so many people that want that in stories, but yet you've still created beautiful stories without having the other stuff in it.
I think, well, for me, I think if I was better at writing those scenes, I probably would write more spicy scenes, but I just don't feel like I'm very good at it. And there's so many authors who are very good at it. You know what I mean? Like I was just reading or rereading Tangled in Tinsel by Trilina Pucci, which is a Why Choose Christmas romance. And she's so good at it. You know what I mean? Like
write that down.
I feel like,
I want to read that.
You know, and for my books, I personally really like the emotional attachment better. I feel like that's where I really shine, and I'd rather put my energy into writing that than writing spicy scenes that I feel like I'm not very good at. But yeah, for me, it's the emotional attachment, and I think I'm going to lean more towards lower spice as I go on, and just sort of like up the yearning side of it, because that's just what I really enjoy writing. You know,
we want to get into your baking. I think most people find this very interesting when they learn that you are a baker, you are a bakery owner, you bake for your other author friends. When this came before your writing, or were you always writing? What came first, the chicken or the egg, the cupcake or the book?
I started writing in high school, creative writing, and then I stopped for a really, really long time. Mostly because I was just busy working and living my life. I didn't have time for hobbies, basically, which is what writing was for me in the beginning at any rate. No, I started, I always loved to bake. I'm Sicilian. I grew up in an Italian household. You know, baking and desserts was always a big part of every meal and tradition. And what ended up happening was I ended up losing my job. When I was 27 years old, I was pregnant with my third baby in 3 years. And I very unexpectedly lost my job at 6 months pregnant. And I was devastated. I was very lost. I loved my job. I never wanted to do anything else. I really loved retail. And I ended up taking some cake decorating classes at a local Michael's just to sort of make myself feel better, distract myself. You know, like, oh, now I have time. And time is in quotes because I already had 2 small babies at home at this time. But I started taking these cake decorating classes and realized that I had a sort of a flair for decorating. And then after I had my baby, I told my husband, what if I made some cakes from the house for a couple of months just to sort of like pay the grocery bill until we figure out what we're going to do, because we couldn't afford for me to not work. So that's what I did. And I started Naughty Cakes out of my house with a newborn, a 1-year-old, and a 2-year-old, all in diapers. It was the hardest 2 years of my life. I had carpal tunnel in both hands. And I did by myself for 2 years out of my home what now takes 4 full-time people to do in my bakeries. I baked every cake. I did every delivery, every consultation, all the billing, all the decorating. I did everything. And I did it with 3 little babies while my husband worked full-time, you know, commuting 2 hours each way down to LA from where we lived, you know, to work his retail job. And after about 1.5 years of this, I was like, I can't keep doing this. Like, people that do what I'm doing have a bakery or a daycare. I was chronically exhausted. And my husband was like, well, why don't we open a bakery? And so we ended up, you know, those advance checks that you get for your credit cards where it's like 0% interest for 12 months, right?
The thing they keep emailing me about?
We had really good credit. We couldn't get a loan because this was 2009 and they weren't giving out money. But we had really good credit. So we laid those checks out on the bed and we wrote out $125,000 on our advance checks and opened up the first Naughty Cakes location in Palmdale, California. And the day we opened it, we were so broke, we didn't even have money to put change in the cash register. We were that broke. Like we had nothing. It was like the month we were going to not make our house payment, not make our car payments, and the minimums that we were paying on these credit cards was astronomical. And we opened to immediate success. Like all the people that came and held my baby while I filled out their order form, they all came and they supported. And 3 weeks later, my husband quit his job to come be the CFO of Naughty Cakes. And this is what I mean when I say, like, you know, to have these non-toxic men in your life, right? Like, my husband saw that I had the good idea and he was not threatened by that. He was not intimidated by that. He immediately quit what he was doing to lift up the business that I started because it was what was best for our family. And I always tell him, like, you know, we wouldn't have any of the things that we have today if my husband had not been the support that he is for me in all of my endeavors and all of my careers. And then Naughty Cakes, you know, we started going on TV shows. We went on Fabulous Cakes on TLC for 2 seasons, and we went on Cupcake Wars, and I won. We moved to Minnesota. I know it was. Those shows are so real. I could never do, like, they still message me and they're like, you want to come on this reality show? I'm like, absolutely not. Unless you want to judge, I'll come judge, you know, I'll be the nice one.
Hell yeah, you'd be great at that.
Yeah, but they're so real. Like the competitions are absolutely exhausting, stressful. I mean, it's, as you know, you've been on a reality show, you know.
She knows that competition vibe. Good Lord.
Yeah. So anyway, we moved to Minnesota. We ended up opening up 2 more locations. And then once I had those bakeries up and running, I was very burnt out on the cakes. I decided to take a step back from the business and be more administrative, let my managers run my stores. And that's when I just started writing creatively again. And that's how I got my writing start. You know, I picked it up at 36 years old and started writing and ended up with a book deal, and it all happened really, really fast. And I can't even believe where my life is right now, to be honest. Like I pinch myself all the time.
A labor of love that you poured into that to be where you are. That
Pinch yourself, but you also deserve it so much. That. And like I get asked the question, how do you deal with imposter syndrome? I hope you don't have that.
No.
Because it really worked.
No, don't. You deserve absolutely everything you have. Oh my God. And so you've also announced a collection of 3 interconnected Christmas holiday novellas coming out in fall of next year, though. What can you tell us about them?
So they're very cute. I'm not going to make you cry at Christmas. I know all of my books always have a lot of depth to them, and they make you laugh and they make you cry. That's my thing. But I decided I'm not making anybody cry at Christmas because we're already seeing our family a ton and it's very stressful. And we don't need to be crying over a little funny rom-com collection. So the moment of inception for this was I was thinking about the Hallmark movies, and how, this big city girl goes off to this small town and meets this boy and then just like leaves everything behind to go and marry him. And like, what if there was a sane best friend, right? Like, what if you are the best friend and your best friend calls you and says, I met this man in this small town 3 days ago. We're getting married. I'm leaving the firm. And what would you as the best friend say to that? Right. So that is the premise for A Merry Little Christmas. There's three short stories. They all interconnect. And this sort of poking fun at the Hallmark franchise is the last of the 3 stories. This woman goes up there to convince her best friend not to marry the rando that she just met 3 days ago. And her best friend will not be convinced. And, she's at the bar, trying to think of her next move. What is she going to do? And she meets a man at the bar next to her. And he is the best friend of the groom who is also there to convince his best friend not to marry the random woman he just met 3 days ago. So they team up to break up their friend's marriage because you can't fall in love in 3 days, or can you?
Or can you?
That's amazing.
Oh, that's exciting.
Well, I'm excited to read that when it comes out in 2026. We'll be ready for it.
I'm ready. I'm ready now if you want to slip me anything. I'm just kidding.
Now that we've just had a total love fest about romance novels, we're going to touch a bit about what you're reading right now and what we call the book nook. So are you currently reading anything at the moment?
So I have just downloaded the Home Sweet Holidays collection on Amazon. It's 4 short stories. Mia Sosa, who's one of my favorites, Ali Rawson's in there. And it's just 4 short Christmas stories. I love those because then I can tick off my TBR and get 4. I get 4 books checked off, and it's just one collection. And then I'm doing my reread of Tangled in Tinsel, which I do every year by Trelina Pucci. She is another one that does really good audiobooks. Also very involved in her audiobooks. She's got, multiple narrators for each character. They're really great narrators. So I like to just kind of put that in when I'm baking cookies and stuff. So that's what I'm working on right now.
And you read
and then,
that every year around the holidays.
I do. I like to reread it. It's like my comfort read because she's so funny. Like, she's just so funny. I really like, and I like how she does spice. Like, it's just one of those books that I can put in my ear, and it's like the background to like my holiday things that I'm doing in the kitchen usually.
I love it. So you're mostly audiobooking, or do you ever have a physical book in front of you? And if so, what are you physically reading versus listening to?
I'm very rarely physically reading unless I'm blurbing, because books that they want blurbs for don't have audiobooks yet, because you blurb so far in advance of publication. It's like 99% audiobooks for me.
Is it romance audiobooks, or are you on thrillers or memoirs? Just all of it?
I really like memoirs, and I cannot for the life of me remember the last one that I read. I read Matthew Perry's book in the last year.
Do you have a favorite memoir?
Oh gosh, I'm glad my mom died. That was amazing.
I heard that was great.
Whoa.
It was
and I
very
listened to
good.
that one too. Having it read by like her, I was like, whoa, that was big.
Very well done.
Guys, not to be dumb here, what is blurbing?
That's a great
Abby,
question.
what's blurbing?
I have someone that can answer that for you here. Abby, what is blurring?
I've been nodding my head like I know, I don't know.
So when you pick up a book, and then on the cover it says like, Mia Sosa is always one of my lifetime reads, whatever. That's a blurb. So it's when you put your
She
name.
does
author
romance like
commenting on the
nobody
other.
else.
Yes, exactly. Yep, that's it.
And it's by like various authors.
Got it. Very cool. Good to know. I didn't know that. Abby, I'm kind of writing a book, and it'll maybe come out it's going to come out in many years, but I've been starting to write. So I'll give you an advance copy. You can blurb, okay? Get blurbing,
I will
girl.
absolutely take you up on that.
Again, I've been writing it for a while, but I'm not done writing it. But I think I also wanted to have my tone, because it's definitely written by an athlete. It's written by somebody who's not a writer, but has a lot to say. So I'm following your footsteps, and hopefully we'll have a bestseller on our hands at some time.
You already talked to us about the shirt that you're wearing, but not to the audience yet.
I read banned books.
Hot.
An amazing shirt, and I think that's something we all here fully support. It's a wide plethora of books.
Before we go, your website says 2026 dates to be announced. Is there something you want to tell us? A book tour on the horizon or something fun?
Oh, wow. I'm going to be doing a lot less stops. So this year, I was telling my husband, we have taken 19 round trip flights this year on book tour. We have gone to different countries. Like, I'm very, very burnt out. So I'm going to be doing fewer stops next year, but I will be doing larger venues to try and counteract like the we sold out in 20-second thing that's been happening at these events that I've been doing. I will be having a very, very large book launch for the night we met in my home city of Minneapolis. And I will be revealing my 1966 Dodge Dart convertible, which is the car that I wrote into Say You'll Remember Me. I bought one for myself because I used to drive one when I was 16. I bought one for myself, and I'm having it restored. And the restoration is absolutely stunning. It's going to be like literally one of a kind when it's done. And I'm going to be unveiling the car at that event. So that's a fun one. So if people, if you've ever considered flying to see me at any events, I would definitely recommend making it that one, because there's going to be a lot of really cool extras and things like that.
That's awesome. That's really cool. Well, thank you so much for coming over to our house, Abby. You can find Abby Jimenez's Say You'll Remember Me in stores and online now, and pre-order The Night We Met, which will be everywhere in March. You can also follow her at author Abby Jimenez on TikTok and Instagram. Thanks for coming over to our house.
Thank you so much, Abby, for coming to
You
the
also
house.
look unbelievable. I just wanted to say you're glowing, you're radiant. I got to figure out how you do your hair. I love it.
Oh, thank you so much. I was like doing battle with it before it started. I'm like, it's so big. Why is it so big?
It's gorgeous.
No, bigger
I keep
better.
staring at it. I love
Thank
it.
you.
This is so
Keep
great.
writing. We love it.
Wintertime. It's cold out. The air is dry, but that doesn't mean your hair should be too. With long, strong hair like ours, keeping it luscious takes patience and work.
With K18's molecular repair masks, the days of damaged hair are over.
It isn't just a cover-up, it's a deep damage fix. K18 masks have you feeling new.
The patented K18 peptide repairs hair on the molecular level. The products also smell amazing. Seriously, I just popped open the Heat Bounce yesterday and wow.
So you can keep using bleach, color, and heat, whatever makes you feel like you.
Whether you diet on the regular, try a new year, new me, or just want to keep your long hair from breaking, with K18 you'll have soft, strong, bouncy hair.
And it's the perfect size for a stocking stuffer if you ask me.
Code MAHER at K18hair.com.
Shop K18's molecular repair mask at Sephora or get 10% off your first purchase with code MAR at K18hair.com.
That's code MAHER at K18hair.com.
We all want to get back home for the holidays, right? But with airports and traveling, it feels extra hard to stick to a morning routine.
This time of year, it's more important than ever to be proactive about supporting your immune health.
AG1 is the best way to help me stay consistent every morning, even if the rest of my routine is thrown off.
AG1 is my go-to daily health drink because it combines your multivitamin, pre- and probiotic superfoods, and antioxidants into one simple green scoop. I enjoy eating whatever I want because I know I'm getting what I need with AG1. It's honestly wild how much better it makes me feel.
And AG1 Next Gen has been clinically shown to fill common nutrient gaps with more vitamins and minerals than ever before.
It's one of the easiest daily health habits you can start even before the new year. Go support your body.
That's right, getting ahead of New Year's resolutions and treating your body right. Love to see it. You don't need to wait until the new year.
Plus, AG1 has their best offer ever. If you head to drinkag1.com/mar, you'll get the welcome kit, a morning person hat. It's honestly very cute. A bottle of vitamin D3 plus K2, an AG1 flavor sampler, and you'll get to try their new sleep supplement, AGZ, for free.
That's drinkag1.com/mar for $126 in free gifts for new subscribers.
It's cold out, ladies. So let's play a game to warm up. We are big fans of rom-coms, and you may have seen our episode ranking some rom-com tropes. This time, we are going to hit a few holiday romance tropes. We're going to get 7 rom-com tropes and rate them 1 through 7, 1 being the best, but we won't know what the rest are when we make each choice. You got it?
Yep.
Let's do this thing. Number 1.
Snowed in together.
Ooh. You love this one. You said you've been reading a lot.
I love it.
Oh.
But I've read them. I enjoy them.
What's one that you've read?
I have a great one.
Oh?
It's a billionaire one. And I guess it's not really snowed in so much.
If it's the one I'm thinking
I would say, but it's where she has to go to this lake house with her sister. Oh my gosh, there's a hot billionaire there. What the heck?
What?
And he's so annoying.
What?
And then they're trapped there together because the car gets, and so they're trapped in the
Is there snow? Is it car trapped?
car trap. But I'm calling that snowed in.
Okay.
I'm calling that trapped in. I also just read another book where they did get snowed in.
Which one?
Duke of the Cash series.
Oh.
So I like snowed in. I'd give it a 3.
3.
Okay, we're ranking snowed in as a 3 out of 7.
I am.
I would say 4.
Because it's forced
four.
It's forced proximity is another term
Love
for
it.
it, right?
Yeah, but I like a forced proximity more when... Okay, we'll go 3.
Go 3. We got to be confident.
Interconnected love stories.
What does this mean?
Like when it's Cash, and then all of a sudden you hear about Wyatt's story, and that's going to be the next one.
So it's one world. They're interconnected, but separate stories.
Here's my deal with those. Oh, we're all now finding the loves of our lives.
Right, connected
In
to
a
each
short
other.
amount of time, even though the billionaire series is actually.
Okay.
You are
Connected it that
picking and
way.
choosing.
You cannot.
I'm not that into it.
I do. I love it. Like Windy City series. That's a good one.
I mean, I'm going to say it. Immortals After Dark.
Oh, interesting.
And we were saying that at the exact same time because what I love is you get to love these characters in one book and then you're reading the next and you hear about how they're doing and you're like, hi, my darlings. I love you. Are you guys still in love? You still fucking like crazy. Happy for you. So I love it.
Here's the plot of Immortals After Dark. They're magical creatures and they're fucking.
And they be fucking.
There's demons,
Valkyries.
there's Valkyries, there's vampires, there's witches,
sorceresses, there's succubi,
werewolves, there's phantoms, fae,
Demons.
wraths. I personally think it's a great
warlocks.
series.
There's like a gajillion of
I've
them.
read many of them.
And she started them in like the 90s or something like that.
I
Like,
can
they've
read
been
them
around a
over and
bit.
over again.
Yeah.
They're set in New Orleans.
So
One of the best characters ever written in literature is in that Nyx.
Next.
Okay, maybe I guess, is this 3 and Snowden 4?
You can't
We
change.
can't
It's blind
change.
ranking.
I don't know what the other one's going to be.
Oh, you can't change.
Fine, do what you want.
We can't rank. We can't, like Snowden together. We can't touch. So
Can we touch
interconnected
it?
love stories.
2, fine.
2.
Let's go
We've
crazy.
started way too high. This is fucking crazy.
That's why I said 4.
She's stressed.
I said we could do 4.
I know, but why am I? If you're both agreeing on it, anyway. Fake
dating.
I'm actually like I read a lot of fake dating ones, but sometimes it's just I'm like get married at that point and just be in
What?
a
What do you mean?
like I prefer more of like a fake marriage almost. Marriage of
Okay.
convenience, if you will.
a marriage of convenience.
So fake dating for the and especially for the holidays.
It's like you're not faking it hard enough. Just get married.
Right.
You know which one I do love is that Emma Roberts movie. Is that Holiday? That's a good one. Where they're each other's dates for all the holidays.
I don't know it.
It's a beautiful movie.
What?
There's also a movie like that. I think it's Professional Plus One or something. It's that girl from Pen 15. There's also one where they're both going to a lot of like Indian weddings and like so there's so many events for
right.
that. So then they start going to that together. Ugh. Anyway,
So where are we ranking it? I feel like it's like a 6.
do it.
6.
I like how confident you guys were with that.
Home for the holidays, second chance
I
romance.
don't read a lot of these. I like to be there when they meet.
Unless there's crazy groveling on the guy's side, of course.
You're a freak for that.
I don't read a lot of these.
It's a 7.
Do
Like
7,
if it
yeah.
didn't work once, I'm sorry.
Is the spirit of Christmas really going to solve everything, you know?
Right.
yeah, 7.
Christmas Miracle.
Would this be like what's the one with the girl from Game of Thrones and then the guy from Crazy Rich Asians?
Oh, the long one, and then he's actually crazy.
Don't
spoiler,
spoil
sorry.
it. Everybody bleep what she's saying. What's that movie? Is it Last Christmas? Is that Christmas? I think that's Christmas Miracle. What movie is this? Can you show her the cover of that, please?
It's she got a transplant.
The girl with the big smile, Amelia Clark.
Yeah.
And then the hot guy from Crazy Rich Asians. It's Christmas. Henry Goldman. That one. Remember that one? Did you watch that?
Oh, I don't think I watched that one.
I don't really. Maybe it's
That
fun.
would be my 7. I don't know
Yeah,
about Christmas
actually-
Miracle. Sorry, I don't.
It's fluffy to me.
Give it a 5.
It's a 6.
Well, we already gave a 6 away, Olivia.
So, what do we
I
got
hate
left?
this game.
4 and 1.
5. Give it a 5.
Okay, well, Christmas Miracle is a 5.
Punk ass.
Go.
Stop.
1 and 4. Okay.
Airport love declaration. If it took
4.
Yeah.
Four.
If it took them like leaving for you to
Oh.
finally do something.
Deep.
4.
Dre?
Thank you. So that means this last one is going to be 1.
I'm already mad. No, I'm mad already. Workaholic, girl boss, and sensitive boy. You know what? That is the holiday trope.
Oh, like girl takes her time off, goes to a cottage.
Yeah.
Goes back to her hometown, whatever. That's the holiday
And the
trope.
spirit of Christmas fixes her.
I feel like that's okay as number 1. Just because it's all the stuff. We watch it. We do it anyway.
I also sometimes like workaholic girl boss and like grumpy boy though.
Yeah.
Grumpy man. Rah, 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 rah. And she's like, meh, meh, meh.
Yeah?
Thank you. That was really descriptive.
I like that. Workaholic girl boss. It has to be number 1. I'm fine with it. Because if I'm not, I'm going to be angry. So,
I don't read a lot of holiday books, to be honest.
Anyway,
and holiday movies.
I read that one. She's an adult.
Merry Little Meet Cute.
Merry Little Meet Cute. If you want to read a sexy holiday book this year,
Yeah.
Merry Little Meet Cute. She is a thick queen, possibly
Adult mattress actress.
actress. And she gets a role in a movie, I think.
Yep.
And her co-star loves her.
Yeah.
He watches her stuff. As I'm saying it out loud, I'm like, what the heck?
What
am
the
I
heck?
reading?
And that was actually a pretty thick book.
It was
I read
actually
that
kind of
one
fun.
Christmas.
It's a fun book if you want to read it.
It's I find holiday romance books to be very fluffy, but that's why you do it. You keep it light and you keep it easy.
is her being thick in the book kind of like a big plot?
Great point. I don't think it is. It's definitely, there are those books where you're like, and you know the inner dialogue of the character. And since I've always been so big, and she said
He
5
can't love
times
me,
in
I'm
one
too
chapter,
big.
I'm like, chill out, girl.
Yeah, like, shut up.
I'm getting
We
a complex.
get your thick queen.
All right.
Anyway,
You don't like that?
I just think that the sometimes author wants you to really, really tell you how big she is, and to the point like she's not like other. You know, this is actually a big character. You're probably not going to see it.
Yeah.
See this character.
I did something here.
And sometimes it comes across as that the author can't even believe that she's beautiful, or that you shouldn't believe that they are beautiful,
interesting.
that it's just because like that one person just loves them. And I'm just
Yeah.
like, I understand like having a more of a body focused book, or when that's a huge thing about the character of like they are overcoming like say like an eating disorder or something. But if it's just supposed to be like an aside that just keeps getting dropped so casually, I think it's so just dangerous and harmful for readers.
Interesting.
To be like, constantly absorbing that.
Yeah.
Like now I'm at a point where I'm just like, why the fuck are you including that? Like I don't like. She's like, oh, I could barely pull up these pants. What?
What?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And I feel like if that's on the flip too, when characters are just so small.
Oh my gosh.
And they're just so
she's
tiny.
just so frail.
She's so frail. His hands went all the way twice around her wrist.
Oh yeah.
You're like,
I'm
what?
all right, get out of here.
Why? Ooh. I don't know. Yeah, there's like 2 extremes on the spectrum. Well, I will still be reading a themed holiday book this year because it's what I do every year.
Thanks so much for coming over to the House of Maher, a Wave original.
Be sure to watch and subscribe on YouTube and listen wherever you get your podcasts.
Plus, follow the show on social media at House of Maher for clips and behind-the-scenes content. Thanks for coming over.
Go put up your Christmas tree.
Yeah, put up your Christmas tree. Hang some tinsel. All right?
Make sure to water the tree too.
Water the tree.
Get freaky under
Like
a bush.
every 2 days or something. Or else all the pine needles are going to fall into your floor.
Okay.
Catch on fire.
It's going to sound great when you vacuum though.
Bye.
Stay cozy. Love you.